All right, my friends, on the homework page, we're going to take a look at only a couple of problems. I just wanted to review with you to remind you that there is an explanation here in case you get stuck. Don't forget that you also have your IMB that you can take a look at. I'm pretty comfortable with you working number 1 through 7 on your own. Number 7, particularly, I'm interested in your justification, whether you decide that a grocery expense is variable or if it is fixed. Okay, so I'm willing to listen to your arguments and tell me why you think it's fixed or defend the idea that they're variable. Okay, so we're not going to go over these, but I do want to go take a look in the back. I want you to take a look at this bottle, and the question says that Mr. Allen can do 8 loads of laundry with this bottle that actually is supposed to do 10. The whole bottle costs $10. So that means that he can do 1 load of laundry for $1. Does that make sense? Okay. So if he makes 8 loads out of 10 possible loads that he can do with this bottle, what would be a fraction of the loads that he can do? Well, 8 out of 10, you would write it just like that. And then you would simplify it. Remember that 8 and 10 share a common factor of 2. So you divide 8 by 2 and you get a 4, and divide 10 by 2 and you get a 5. Okay, so I'm not going to work that one out. That one's kind of like review. On this one, I want to go ahead and go over the expense types with you. Okay, I'm going to look at the expenses and I'm going to say, well, a house payment is fixed, right? Because they expect it every month. A cooling bill, that's actually the electricity, that is fixed. Car repair, game system, and new suit are all variable because they may or may not happen. So I think that by giving you those descriptors, you're able to do the problem right here. Number 10 is a review of what we did in our data analysis unit by creating a 7-leaf plot for the following data. Remember that if you see a number like this, it should look like this, 2 stem 67, okay, where the key says that this means that, okay? So go ahead and do that right there. And last but not least is the extend your thinking, which is a little bit complicated on this one because you actually have to justify your thinking. So the question says that Rick made $33,000 from his job last year. So that's what he gets paid as a salary employee. He also made $3,000 selling handmade vases at a craft shows. So that's something that he does on the side. He must be artistic and he wants to sell his art, so he does that on the side. Now, the question is which part of his income is fixed? Well, his total income is this plus that. Do you see that? Because he earned this as his job and then he earned this as a seller of his vases. So, what part is fixed? Well, this part. 33,000 is fixed because he can expect that from his job. What part is variable? Well, the 3,000 because he doesn't know if he's going to sell all of the art, part of the art, or none of the art. Okay, so we're going to say exactly that. $33,000 is his fixed income because comes it comes from his regular job, and 3,000 is variable income because he may not earn it if his bases sell do not sell, right? So let's say that he was lucky, he sold everything, he made 3,000. But on the downside of that, he might go to a craft show and he may only sell 2 out of his inventory. So it just depends on what's selling. So if his income depends on what he sells, then it's definitely variable. But if his income depends on what he does and he does the same thing every day for 5 days a week or what have you, then it's definitely a fixed income. Alrighty, this covers our topic on fixed and variable expenses. I hope that you were able to understand it. If you're still having a little bit of difficulty or trouble or confused about what expenses are, please make sure that you come see me so that we can do a review together. Talk to you later.